When you do this work in and on yourself to raise up your serpent kundalini fire power up through your body to your crown, to be crowned, so that you're sitting on the throne of your power, of your purpose, and of your meow, of your pussy, okay? You become his muse. You become their muse. You become a muse. You inspire creativity, innovation. You inspire power. You inspire evolution. You also inspire revolution. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. I am your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we're building around our globe. Hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. AKA the Gypsy Empress, also known as Nova. Now let's get into this message, y'all. Listen. When you activate and do this work in and on your root chakra to heal it, to raise up your serpent, to raise up your kundalini, to raise up your power, your gifts, your abilities, your spiritual abilities, your beauty, your confidence, your mission, your purpose. When you do this work in and on your root chakra, to commune and activate your dragons, mother of dragons, queen of dragons, okay? You become a muse, not amused. In some ways, you are amused. You are amusing, but you become a muse, a form of inspiration, right? You awaken something so powerful, so formidable, so sensual, so sexy, so amazing, so otherworldly, that you inspire the masses. You become their muse. Something about you inspires them to want to do better, be better, look better, walk better, talk better, smell better, look better, walk better, talk better, smell better. Something about you. And it's the work you've done in and on yourself that is inspirational. You become their muse. You become a muse. You are the unicorn they never saw coming. I had a dream last night, speaking of unicorns. This unicorn energy has been showing up quite a bit, okay? And so I had a dream last night. It was something about the UK. Shouts out to my subscribers in the UK. But it was something about the UK, and there was a unicorn. It was a mother unicorn, and she had baby unicorns. And the baby unicorns came asking for help for the mother unicorn because the mother unicorn was somehow stuck behind something. And so there were two men that came. They followed the baby unicorns to the mama unicorn to set her free. In the dream, there was talk about this unicorn being the most unique unicorns that ever existed and one of the last ones that existed on the planet. This mother unicorn was, what's the word I'm looking for? What do you call the bald eagles that people are kind of extinct? She was the last of her kind, and so were her babies. And so they needed to save the mother unicorn. And so two men came. She was frozen somewhere. She was in the snow, frozen somewhere behind something. And you could hear her crying out for help. I'm getting emotional. You could hear her crying out for help. And so the babies came asking for help. And the two men showed up. They were so inspired by the cries they were hearing for help that they came to rescue her, and rescue her they did. Now, my mother's a powerful dream interpreter. She's taught me some things. But if any of y'all are also some of your gifts that you've activated that have been awakened from your root chakra, Some of your powers and gifts are dream interpretation. If you have any insight about that, you let me know. Put it in the comments, okay? So I've got my handy dandy definition with me. Of course, you know, those of us on this journey as activated alchemists and chosen ones, part of turning our pain into power is by looking shit up. We look things up to get a shifted perspective, right? We hang upside down on purpose because it's our job to get a shifted perspective about what we are being taught from our spiritual guides, what our wise serpents are teaching us, okay? What our dragon energy has awakened in us through our fire, through our passion, through our purpose. Yeah. So this is the definition. This is what stands out to me. It says, to be called a muse means you are someone's source of inspiration, providing an artist, writer, or musician with the creative drive, ideas, and emotional fuel needed to create their work. While originally the name for 9 Greek goddesses of the arts and sciences, Spirit, you're so clever. In modern usage, it refers to a real person whose unique qualities, like charisma, wisdom, or intimate friendship, inspire an artist. Dot, 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 dot. Let's break this down, y'all. Listen. When you do this work in and on yourself, you inspire artists, you inspire musicians. Songs are being written about you. Songs have been written about you. Songs will be written about you. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself, what you are awakening is so attractive, it's so magnetic that it wakes people up to their own creativity. Think of the number of divine feminines, our divine feminine ancestors that came before us, who were muses for some of the most powerful people in the world. Some of the most powerful men in the world had temples built for such women who were muses to them. Had buildings, land, statues created in their honor because they inspired them so. For you, activated alchemist and chosen one, okay? You are the muse for people in positions of power. You are going to be so inspiring to people in positions of power. Number one, yes, because you're in your power, but also because that's a part of your divine mission and purpose is to be their muse. You being their muse will end wars. Hello? You being their muse will end wars. You being their muse will rewrite the Constitution. You being their muse will set captives free. Y'all know this is my favorite little analogy. When you do this work in and on yourself to raise up your serpent kundalini fire dragon energy, right? It is wise. It is beautiful. It's magnetic. It's attractive. So much so that I am hearing the analogy from one of my favorite movies, Harlem Nights. Okay, one of my favorite movies, Harlem Nights. In Harlem Nights, there's this guy, and he is dealing with this woman, and this woman's name is Sunshine. And Loretta Devine? No, it's not Loretta. Is it Loretta? No, it's not Loretta Devine who said it. I forget her name, y'all. Put it in the comments, but y'all know this is my favorite quote to quote. But she says, I got a girl whose pussy is so good. If you threw it in the air, it turned into sunshine, right? Sunshine got with this man to help save the block, so to speak, right? She was trying to help save Sugar Ray's Club. It was really the blacks and the whites against each other, obviously, during this time. I think it took place during the 1950s. That was the era of the movie. It was the Italians against the black. They were in New York. Obviously, you know how New York was between Italians and blacks and things like that. The love, even love between Italian and black, 2, 3, 4 on the clock right now, was forbidden, right? So she was trying to help her people. So Sunshine got with this Italian man who was a mob guy, changed the whole game. The mob guy called. He said, I ain't coming home no more, right? She had him change his whole plan, his whole scheme, just so it would help not only save the black folks in the community, but save the block, saved a lot of people from getting killed, although there were still a lot of people killed, right? I brought that up even though it's meant for a joke, but this is the type of light that you carry. You might as well call you sunshine. Because your pussy power is that good. If you threw it in the air, it turned into sunshine. And when I say pussy power, this is categorically, fundamentally different from sex. I don't teach sex here. Okay? What I educate on here is the power of your sexuality and your sensuality. When you raise and awaken that energy up in you, people have the ability to experience your pussy's power, your sensuality, your sexuality, excuse me, through your gifts, through your skills, through your talents, through your spiritual abilities. When you do this work in and on yourself, okay, you are activating and awakening your spiritual abilities. The reason why you become a muse for somebody, for people to help them with their creative endeavors is because divine feminine, your power is in creativity. It is not our jobs to build. It is our jobs to create and inspire innovation. We are the dreamers. We are the intuitive ones, right? You had a dream, like I had a dream last night of I don't know, building some community somewhere. Maybe you have a dream of building, what's these homes I'm seeing now? I love them, by the way. These earthship homes. Maybe you have a dream of building a community made up of earthship homes or container homes. Love those, by the way. Maybe you have a dream of that. And it just so happens that you meet divine masculines or people who are also on the path, right? People who are in positions of power, where you meet these people who are the builders and you show them your vision, which helps them to create, innovate, and build. That is your power. That is your pussy's power at work. Do you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Come a little closer. There we go. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself, I'm going to say it again. That is the power of your pussy at work. Again, your pussy power raising up through your body as you activate your talents, your skills, your gifts, your spiritual abilities. What you are shown in your intuition is what you are, some of it, not all of it, but is what you are meant to share with those who can help you build that, who can help you create that, who can help you bring that to pass. That is why you become their muse. Because what you intuitively know, what you've seen in dreams and epiphanies and visions is inspirational. It's divine wisdom. It's life altering. It's revolutionary. It's evolutionary. This is the power of the divine dark energy that awakens and raises up in you. Let's keep going. Okay. You are someone's source of inspiration. Again, providing an artist, writer, or musician with the creative drive, ideas, and emotional fuel needed to create their work. Do you know how many love songs? Are inspired by activated alchemists and chosen ones who are somebody's muse? Do you know how many albums were written based on muses? Again, know how many temples were built, statues built in the honor of a muse? I keep hearing Aphrodite's name in my head. Okay. That is the power that you're awakening in you. Refers to a real person whose unique qualities like charisma, we've talked about this before, like charisma, wisdom, or an intimate friendship. Again, refers to a real person whose unique qualities like charisma, wisdom, and intimate friendship inspire an artist. When you activate, you activate the Riz energy. You activate the Riz energy within yourself. You being so divinely aligned in your power and in your purpose is attractive. People get inspired by seeing you inspired. People get aroused and turned on in more ways than one by seeing you aroused and turned on in your power and in your purpose through your pussy. Do you know how attractive it is to see a person gleaming and beaming in their light and in their dark energy, gleaming and beaming in their duality of angel and demon, beauty and beast, heaven and hell? Do you know how attractive that is? Beautifully attractive and intimidatingly attractive. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself, you become their muse. You become a muse. You become his muse. Okay? Muses are also believed to be the source of knowledge embodied in ancient myths, poetry, songs, driving creative inspiration. Muses are believed to be the source of knowledge embodied in ancient myths. Hello. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself, you know you are the source of knowledge and wisdom. How do you know this? Because you've awakened your serpent kundalini energy. You've awakened your dragons, right? You've awakened your dragons, your serpents. Remember, the serpent is wise. So if muses were believed to house and hold knowledge, let me read it again, believed to be the source of the knowledge embodied in ancient myths, this is you, activated alchemists and chosen ones. You know this is you. Because your serpent has schooled you to some shit. You've awakened ancient wisdom and knowledge within yourself, and you are sharing that with the world. This is your mission and this is your purpose. Hello? Some of you, your knowledge and ancient wisdom comes from sharing ancient beauty secrets. This is probably why you decided to be a makeup artist or a dermatologist, an esthetician, a hairstylist. Maybe you felt called to make skincare products. Pulling that wisdom from ancient times. You are the muse who creates other muses. Helping other women to activate in their beauty and their wisdom and their confidence. Okay? Some of you bring your ancient knowledge and wisdom of cooking. I don't know, making clothes. Healing. You make healing tonics. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself, you become the muse. And it's because of the work you've done on yourself and continue to do on and in yourself. That shit's not for the faint of heart. It is not easy. But you've done it and you continue to do it. Why? Because this is a part of your mission and your purpose, and you know that. Did you know that you'd become a muse? Probably not. We were just trying to survive. The reason why you are here, the reason why alchemy exists, is because we've been through the most shit, but we lived to tell the tale. right? The reason why you're a muse is because you walked through some things that were supposed to kill you and somehow you survived. People want to know why. How did you do that? You walked through some things that were supposed to take you out, was supposed to destroy you physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And you survived it. You don't look like what you've been through. How is that possible? You become a muse. That shit's inspirational. Can you teach us your ways, O wise one? Teach us your ways, O wise one, is what they'll be saying, because you are now the muse. You are inspirational. You are motivational. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself to raise up your Kundalini serpent fire power for your purpose and your power through your pussy, okay? Raising up that serpent's energy, the dragon fire, becoming the phoenix who's risen through the ashes of all the shit you've been through. You start revolutions. Your mere presence, your mere existence causes evolution and revolution. This is why you are a muse. Your mere existence causes evolution and revolution. This is what makes you a muse. People are inspired by the work that you do and have done in and on yourself, so much so that they want to do it too. Right? If they made it through that shit that was supposed to kill them, surely I can at least try. Right? The work you've done in and on yourself, again, has awakened sort of wisdom within you, that you're sharing philosophies in you, much like I've done with creating Alchemity, sharing the philosophies that I've developed for myself on my journey to make through my Dark Night of the Soul Odyssey and coming into my power and my purpose through my pussy, right? The wisdom that you share is so inspirational that it causes people to want to rewrite laws, to rewrite history. You're sitting, again, going back to the Enchantress character from the movie that I still can't remember. Y'all put it in the comments for me 1,000,000 times, but when you're channeling, there's so much coming through. But you are a spiritual activated alchemist and chosen one, sitting up in meetings with government officials, sitting in meetings and think tanks with Sikhs and kings of countries and the sheik of, I don't know, Mumbai, Dubai, whatever, I don't know. You are a spiritual alchemist who's called to sit in these high-powered meetings because you are a muse. You are inspirational. You are inspirational because you have insight, wisdom, power, knowledge, creative ideas about how to make whatever better, make the world better, make food better, plant life better, whatever it is. You have that insight and wisdom. You become the muse that they want to invite in government meetings. Are you hearing me? This is the type of missions and purposes that you are activating and awakening in you. Yeah. When you activate and do this work in and on yourself to raise up that power of your pussy through your body, to bring forth your powers, your skills, your abilities, your insight, your intuition, your beauty, your confidence, your magnetism, whatever it is that you've been called to do, to birth, to create in this world, you become the muse. And now you know why. If you like this, if this resonated with you, make sure you click that like button. It's not that hard. Get Alchemity up in the algorithm, okay? Get us up in the algorithm. Help other activated alchemists and chosen ones find this colony, okay? If you're newly subscribed here, welcome home. Welcome to the colony. This is your home. Make no mistake about it, okay? Welcome to the dragon's lair. Welcome to the colony. I can't say the beehive because Beyonce's got that, but we'll just say the colony here, okay? For those of you who are members over on Patreon, shouts out to you. If you like the yummy, juicy, deeper, erotic dives as it relates to your self-development, personal health, mental health, your spirituality, okay? Your purpose, your mission, everything that we talk about here. If you like those yummy, deeper, erotic, juicy dives, become a member over on Patreon. I can't say all of this stuff here because it's too much. It's too explicit for YouTube. So I have to take it over to my members only. Over on Patreon, it's not for the faint of heart. That is where my most explicit content is, okay? Videos, how-to, photos, articles, things that are very explicit. You have to be 21 and older. Is it 18 or over or 21 and older? It's one of those in order to even access my content over on Patreon. So shouts out to my Patreon members. Shouts out to my Masterclass members. Shouts out to my one-on-ones. Those of you who are working with me one-on-one, I'm so proud of you. You're doing such amazing work. I see you activated in your power and your purpose and your pussy, and it rouses me in more ways than one. For those of you who are ready to work one-on-one and activating, okay? Becoming the muse, becoming the siren, becoming activated in your alchemist and chosen one energy, your gifts, your talents, your skills, your beauty, your magnetism. You know you need some help being equipped for what you know you are called to do and bring about in this world. It's time for you to work one-on-one with me. Email me. The information's in the description box, okay? What else? Don't forget to get your copy of Activate. It's available on Amazon in paperback or ebook. Let's see what else. Also, if you haven't already made your deposit to work with me this year with one-on-one exclusives with me, you'll have to wait till next year. October, November are completely booked up. I'm not taking anyone in December. Obviously, we're going into the holiday time, but October and November is already booked up. Also, one-on-one exclusives with me will be revamped for the new year. Okay. Currently, the program is 4 weeks long, but there are some of you who are ready to get it all in one bang. So the beginning of the year, that's going to be available. There will be an accelerated, it's already designed to be accelerated for the new year. I won't say there will be. It's already designed to be accelerated for the new year. So instead of it being 4 weeks, we will do a full day conference, just you and me diving in, diving deep. Okay. Will be an investment, obviously. If you're serious about activating your power and your purpose, then you will invest in yourself. Everything is an investment. The way you take care of your body is an investment. The way you take care of your skin is an investment. The way you take care of your hair is an investment. Whatever you do that is coming into your power, your purpose, your beauty, and your magnetism is going to be an investment. So if you're serious about what it is that you're called to do, which you should be, I don't think you'd be subscribed here if you weren't, then reach out to me. We can move forward with that. Anyway, I know this resonated with y'all. Make sure you get in the comments, okay? I want you to write in the comments, I am his muse. I am their muse. I am the muse. I'll see y'all. I'll speak to y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now.